Welcome to the Epcotian Adventure,
a podcast where we talk about all things Disney, but we're Epcot-centered.
including tips and tricks, festivals and favorites, and the very latest in our rankings and reviews.
But we're still old enough to remember when the whole festival was only 30 days long.
This is episode 164, the top 10 Epcot Food and Wine Festival snacks that we can't wait to try.
Or, look out, Emile, we're coming for your fromage.
So now, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast as we embark on our Epcotian adventure.
We call it Epcot.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 164 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And, well, it's about to start. The Epcot Food and Wine Festival menus have finally been released. I think this is the latest it's ever been.
Oh my gosh, they are so late this year.
It's so crazy, but we're here to tell you about the 1 or 10 things that we cannot wait to try when we go here in just a few weeks. I can't wait. Yeah, that's true. There are so many good things at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival that limiting this down to 7 was impossible. We went to 10, and that's it's almost improbable.
And we each have 10, and some runners-up, and we didn't count returning favorites, and we're basically just going to list the whole menu here for you. But
yeah, I have more things on my list of things that are not new that I want to go back and get again.
Oh my gosh.
Than that are new.
So many good things. But yeah, if you listen to us with any regularity, you know when we rank things, it is always the top 7. I don't know why we started that way back when, but that's just kind of how we do things. We couldn't do it this time.
No, we tried.
We did try.
No.
So yeah, the Epcot Food and Wine Festival starts on August 27th this year. That's this coming Thursday, if you're listening to this when this drops. And it runs through November 21st.
I know that a few folks have already been talking about these menus, but we actually get to go and eat these things in just a couple weeks. I cannot wait.
Pretty excited. Now, we should note that some of these menus do not start with opening day of the festival like they do sometimes. They are staggering some openings. So if any of the things on our list are one of those things, we'll tell you when that menu starts. And a few of the things didn't make our list because they won't be there when we're there, so we couldn't count them. That was very sad.
Maybe.
Ish.
I have a thing that is so... I want to do so badly. It's in my top 10.
You're going to manifest it existing?
Yeah, I'll talk more about it when we get there because there's a reason for this.
Okay.
It'll make sense.
You never know. Maybe they'll do a little soft opening on the booth when we're there. It's happened before. It could happen again.
Yeah.
So in making my top 7, I ended up with 29 items, which is pretty on brand for me. Oops. So yeah. We each made our own list of top 10. We are going to overlap on some of these because we tend to try the same things. When we get there in real life and we are walking around Epcot and we have all these booths in front of us, will we try all of these things? Absolutely not. Because we get tired, we get hot, we get hangry, and in the worst ways, so that we end up not wanting the things that are on our list, even though we really want to try them as we're passing the booth.
However, there will be 6 of us there to try some of these things.
Thank
goodness.
goodness.
When we actually do our review, we'll be able to say, hey, we didn't try this, but our friends did, and this is what they thought.
And with 6 of us, if we did manage to get all the things on our list, we could just have a little bite of each thing.
Ooh, that's true.
And move on to the next thing. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll happen this year.
That's even better. I like that.
Brian, Steph, Paul, Jill, if you're listening, this is our plan for when we're at Epcot.
Yeah, Joey doesn't share food, but we're going to.
All right, Rod, start us off. What is at the bottom of your top 10 list?
Well, these are all going to be things that are brand new or have been coming back and were not there last year.
Wait, before you do that, you just reminded me. We should say that this year they are bringing back 30 favorites from years past. So even though some things are labeled as new, they could just be a returning or reimagined favorite from a past festival. So if you are going to be looking at the website or you're looking in the little passport, if you're there, these will be labeled with a little 30 next to them. I also want to point out, before we dive into this, I don't know if you noticed this, Rod. There is no impossible meat on this entire menu.
I hadn't noticed that.
Did that partnership end? I really don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, but this is highly unusual. There are still vegetarian and vegan items, plant-based items.
Brewing still had some stuff that was labeled vegetarian.
Yeah.
So there is still some alternative ones, but you're right.
I just found that really interesting because that's usually, particularly at Flower and Garden is where it's featured, but there is absolutely none of it on this menu. I found that intriguing. If you know more about this, let us know in the comments because I'm intrigued. All right. Now, back to your list.
Okay. Well, and like Sue said, this is a returning favorite. This actually was introduced in 2010 at the South Korea booth. And this is the Bosam pork belly lettuce wraps. This is going to be at the Communicore Hall at Festival Favorites starting on September 9th. So this is one that does start just a couple weeks after the start of the festival. These are... This looks amazing. I love lettuce wraps anyway. It's one of my favorite things to get at P.F. Chang's. These are a pork belly with a kimchi slaw and a spicy aioli in a lettuce wrap. And it's simple, and it looks fantastic. I cannot wait to try these. Sue, what's your number 10?
My number 10, I am going rogue here right off the bat because I am picking something from the Italy booth to be in my top 10.
What?
I know.
Blasphemy.
You guys, every year, Italy, for years, it was like Charlie Brown with the football. Like, we kept hoping, we kept trying, and they kept letting us down year after year after year. Italy is known for being the worst booth, the most skippable booth, the most disappointing booth, year over year over year. This year, I actually have a little bit of hope. I don't know, I've said this before, but I think this is one they might not be able to screw up because they have on their menu an almond panna cotta. I love panna cotta. I love almond. I think this might be the thing. So this is an almond panna cotta with orange marmalade, whipped cream, and candied almonds. It sounds like a perfect dessert to me. I don't know. Italy can still find a way to mess it up.
Well, we just found out last week that it's the year for Figment.
Right.
The year for Betty the Yeti. Maybe it'll be number 3, and it'll be the year for Italy as well.
We can only hope. But I'm going to give it to them. I put them at the bottom of my top 10, but they did make my top 10.
Well, number 9 for me is going to be over at the American Adventure Pavilion, and this is going to be at Block and Hans, and this is the spicy strawberry mango smoothie with Old Smoky strawberry moonshine.
Ooh.
I think on its own this would be too sweet. Putting the moonshine in it is going to make it really sweet, but with enough alcohol that you don't care. This is at one of the walk-up booths outside, and it is Minute Maid strawberry smoothie mix with spicy mango syrup and Old Smoky strawberry moonshine. Again, sounds simple, but I think as a combination, I think this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to try this one.
I honestly think some of the simpler things end up being the better things. So
agreed.
That one sounds yummy. Number 9 for me, I am going over to the France booth. France always wins in our experience. They always have super good things. I am going again with the dessert, which is unusual for me because I'm more of a savory girly. But this one is pistachio creme brulee with berry compote. I am a sucker for anything pistachio. I have like 3 flavors that if it is involved, I have to get it. And pistachio is one of those. So the fact that they're doing a pistachio creme brulee with the fresh berries, I think this one is going to be a hands down winner. So super excited for this. And France, don't let me down. Rod, what's your number 8?
Well, I'm staying at that same kiosk and ordering the braised beef via Rouge et Echelons. Gâteau de pommes de terre.
Again, you're not speaking French!
Nailed it.
So basically, braised beef with potatoes. Yeah. Pomme de terre I found out when I moved here because it's the name of a lake, means potato.
It does.
So in Missouri, there's actually a potato lake. I like that.
And if you translate it directly, it's apple of the earth.
That's crazy. Anyway, I just butchered the name, but basically it's red wine braised short rib with shallot confit and potato gâteau. So it's potatoes and beef. And I'm a sucker for, again, a simple potatoes and beef dish. You're going to see that as a reoccurring theme here, I think, on a few of these. I love just a meat and potato. And France always does it great, so I cannot wait. And of course, they have the cheese
Oh, we'll get there.
Of course, we'll get there, but I'm just going to shout it out now since we're talking about France. They always have some kind of bread stuffed with cheese. And it's not on my top 10 because it's not new, but it's definitely on my list of things we're going to get.
Oh, so. Yes. All right, number 8 on my list is going to be a returning favorite, but it's labeled as new. It's one that started at the Farm Fresh booth, if you remember that from way back in 2015. This was a recurring one for a couple of years. They featured several different versions of a mac and cheese that was to die for. I don't know why this ever went away, but it did. It should have just become a permanent part of Epcot as far as I was concerned. But this year they're going to have a crab and corn mac and cheese. And that has my name written all over it. So this is with smoked cheddar cheese sauce, bacon, crab seasoning, roasted corn, herbed panko, and jalapenos. And this sounds amazing to me. I can't wait to get this. Crab in a theme park, I have feelings about. Seafood in a theme park, I have feelings about when it's being produced at a kiosk. However, in the past, Disney has been able to do this successfully at different booths. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say this is going to be super yummy. And this is one that is limited editions. This is only available from September 18th through November 8th. And this is another one that is available at Communicore Hall. This is at the new booth inside called The Wedge. Super excited about the whole cheese festival going on within Communicore Hall. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that. So this is part of that.
Number 7. I'm back at American Adventure, this time inside the Regal Eagle, and I'm getting a blackberry buckle. This is a new one, and again, simplicity. It's going to be blackberry gelato with a streusel and blackberries. It's literally just a really refreshing southern type dessert with that blackberry flavor. Blackberries are huge here in Missouri and in the Midwest, Arkansas and Oklahoma as well. They grow naturally along the rivers. And so they're fresh usually just about year round here. And so blackberry is a very staple dessert flavor for us. And so this to me is just like the perfect dessert. It's just got that little bit of crumble, fresh blackberries, and blackberry gelato. Yum.
I knew this one was going to make your list. I knew it, and I can't wait to try it as well. That's not it. I left it off my list because I knew it would be on yours. But yeah, that is definitely going to happen.
So what's your number 7?
My number 7 is going to be from what is usually my favorite booth, and I'm going over to Mexico. This is going to be the Tostada de Osobuco, and this is pork osobuco atop a fried corn tortilla with chipotle black beans, salsa verde, queso fresco, and chives. It sounds delicious. Again, simple flavors that Mexico always does really well. I heard someone complain the other day that they were tired of the Mexico booth because it's always the same 5 ingredients in a different arrangement. Hello, welcome to Mexican food. This is how it's done. It's just when it's done super well, it doesn't matter that it's the same ingredients because you're adding different flavors, different nuances, different crunch, and textures. Like there's a whole different thing going on. So just embrace it and go with it because they always do it really, really well. And I'm excited for this one.
It is easier to eat if you first embrace it and then lift it to your mouth and shove it in. Yeah.
Yes, that helps.
All right, number 6. Again, American Adventure, but this is at the Hops and Barley booth, which is another one. They have a lot of booths there. I always forget that. They always have a ton during Food and Wine. The smoked brisket and cheddar melt. That's a chopped smoked brisket with caramelized onions, barbecue sauce, and a cheddar cheese on a potato roll. Again, simple. Beef, cheese, bun. Done well. I cannot wait to try this. Again, I'm a meat and cheese kind of guy, so this is going to be...
I actually thought that was going to be your number 1. So I'm super surprised that it's all the way down at number 6. I thought that was going to take your list. When I saw the picture of it, I was like, this has got Rod written all over it.
It does, but I found 5 more that I'm dying to try more.
Yeah, I'm not even surprised, honestly, because there are so many good things on this list this year. I'm so excited we get to go. All right, number 6 on my list, I'm going to go with a beverage. And if you have looked at this year's menu and you have listened to our podcast, you probably know that this is on my list. So this is going to be from the UK Beer Cart, and this is a sparkling cucumber gin cocktail. This is made with Ford's Gin, blackberry brandy, cucumber syrup, Minute Maid premium lemonade, and Prosecco.
See, and I thought that was going to be your number one.
Fair. That is a fair assumption. So I am super excited. It's served in a little champagne flute with a fresh blackberry on top. Super excited about that presentation. I am thrilled that there are gin cocktails on the menu. So I will be getting that 100%.
Well, number 5, let's stick in that cocktail theme. And my number 5 is the Frozen Waffle Old Fashioned at Connections Eatery. I'm a sucker for an old fashioned, and I'm a sucker for waffles. So this is a frozen blend of Maker's Mark, maple syrup, butterscotch syrup, Angostura, I never pronounce that right. Bitters.
Angostura.
There we go. Bitters. Topped with a liege waffle and a cherry. Yeah, this has got me written all over it. It's going to be refreshing. It's going to be boozy. Perfect for Epcot. So that's my number 5. That's a Connections Eatery right over behind the new Starbucks.
Nice. Number 5 on my list is another new one this year, and this is one that will not make Rod's list, but he's going to try it with me, and he's going to be surprised how much he likes this.
Okay, I usually am, so let's see.
This one is from Bramblewood Bites. Now, this is in that little walkway area where they always do the booths with the alliteration. So this one is Bramblewood Bites, and this item is the bruleed sweet potatoes. And I can already see Rod making a face.
Sweet potatoes are not my favorite, but
You're gonna love
I've been
it.
surprised before, so we'll see.
This is a bruleed sweet potato with dried cranberries, walnut streusel, and orange goat cheese.
Okay.
It sounds amazing to me. This is like all the things that make me happy. The picture is actually not impressive, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm hoping, well, you know what? It sounds delicious, and it made my top 5. So that's all I'm going to say. And we'll be back with a review for Rod to tell you how much he liked it.
All right, my number 4 didn't quite make the podium, but is real close. This is the Croquetas de Jamón over at Spain, which is between Germany and Italy. Apparently they don't own a map, but yeah. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be a potato croquette with ham on top and a saffron aioli. Again, very simple, looks amazing, and has everything I like.
Ham, potato,
and potatoes, and cheese. I don't know why this one just caught my eye. The presentation of it looks so really good, and it's little handheld. 3 little croquettes topped with ham. I don't see how this can be bad.
I don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad.
So that's my number 4.
All right, my number 4, this is our first repeat, which I'm actually really surprised about. But again, that just tells you how many good things are on this menu. But I had to go my number 4 as the Beau Somme pork belly lettuce wrap. This is found at Festival Favorites, like Rod said. It starts on September 9th. This is the pork belly, kimchi slaw, and spicy aioli. This was first introduced at the South Korea booth in 2010. We had it that year, and I have looked for it every year since. This one left a lasting impression in my palate, in my brain, in my heart, and I cannot wait to try it again. I don't remember if it was pork belly last time or if it was just pork, but these flavors with the lettuce wrap, I am so excited this is coming back. I cannot wait to see if it's as good as it was in my memory. But that is definitely in my top 10. It made my number 4 slot.
Yeah, I am surprised at how little crossover we've had so far, which is good. We're able to introduce a whole bunch of more things. I like
we're
that.
about to have some more crossover. So.
All right. Here's number 3 on the podium is going to be Buffalo Dill Pickle Wings at Brewing. This is at the Odyssey. And Brewing is not new. That's been there for a long time, well, the last few years at the Odyssey. And they've had these different kinds of wings. They've had really hot ones in the past. They've had really flavorful ones in the past. This one hits both sides of my palate. Having a buffalo sauce with dill pickle sauce. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait. That's why this is number 3 on my list.
Number 3 on my list is another repeat for us, and this is the Frozen Waffle Old Fashioned, found at Connections. So just a quick review. This is Maker's Mark Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, maple syrup, butterscotch syrup, Angostura Biddles.
See, it's hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Angostura Biddles. We're going to go with that from now on.
Topped with a liege waffle and a cherry. And it's got this really delightful, like, slushy texture. If you're wondering where we're getting these pictures, you need to look at the Disney Parks blog. That's the official site from Disney showing us what's coming. This is where you want to look. I'll post a couple of these as well, just so you can drool with us. Rod, we're on the podium. What's your number 2?
Oh, my number 2 is where I'm going to break the rules for just a bit. And this is over at the Alps near Germany, and this booth doesn't open until October 2nd. This is the warm raclette cheese. Now, this is not new, but it's reimagined this year. It's going to be warm raclette cheese from Switzerland. It's on a baguette with ham and apple mustard relish. So this was introduced back in 1997, and they've had a version of this over the last couple of years. This one, though, is just, again, ham and cheese on a bun, and raclette is dear to my heart because when we visited Switzerland after a Disneyland Paris trip a few years ago, we got to have real raclette cheese in Switzerland. So this is my number 2, even though, unfortunately, when we go, we won't be able to actually take a sample of because we're there before that date.
There's another dish coming from that same booth that I was excited about, but it didn't make my list because it is not going to be there when we're there. So if you get to try it, let us know how it is. And maybe it will soft open. You never know. It's happened before. Number 2 on my list is yet another repeat, and I'm going with the buffalo dill pickle wings from Brew Wing Lab.
Oh, very nice.
I can't wait. Can't wait. Those Muppets they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, they do. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker, when they do their experiments, we get things like this.
I can't wait. I'm going to try it. And Rod, what's your number 1?
Well, here's the other crossover. My number 1 is the Tostada de Osobuco at Mexico. This has already been described. It's going to be amazing because it's at the Mexico Pavilion, and it's always amazing at Mexico. And I can't wait. That is my gold medal one for I cannot wait to try. How about you?
It's going to be a good one. Mexico never lets us down. My number 1, I'm kind of cheating. You got to cheat on your number 2 one. I'm cheating on my number 1 because... Number 1? Actually, that's fitting because I picked 2. But from the same booth, so I'm counting it. This is from Gyozas of the Galaxy. This is a booth that opened since the last time we were there, so we have not gotten to experience the gloriousness of Gyozas of the Galaxy yet. So excited. So I picked 2 of them, and this is the edamame dumplings, which consist of butternut squash puree, caramelized onions, sage, and walnut toasted garlic ayod. I don't know how to say that, whatever the aioli is. And it sounds absolutely incredible to me. I cannot pass up anything that is butternut squash. Plus it has the sage and the caramelized onion. I'm so excited for this. And this one's not new, but it's new to us because we didn't get to go last year. And this is the street corn style dumplings at the same booth. And this is chicken dumplings with tomatillo salsa verde, street corn salad, cotija, lime crema, and cilantro. Y'all know how I feel about my street corn. So the fact that they're shoving this into a dumpling, I am so on board. Cannot wait. I will not leave Epcot without trying Gyozas of the Galaxy. Oh my gosh. But there are so many good things on this year's menu. Rod, what were a couple of your runners-up?
A couple of my honorable mentions were the beef wagyu tamaki roll at
That's on
Japan,
mine as well.
And the Bosom...
Whoa. No. Go back because read us the description of that hand roll because it sounds incredible.
Yeah, that's a tamaki hand roll with savory American Wagyu beef, pickled ginger, and spicy mayonnaise, that's a staple in Japan.
Absolutely.
It sounds odd, but it really does work with sushi. It's so good.
That one made my list as well.
And then the Bosom pork poutine at La Poutinerie, which is the old, I can't remember what they call this, where the McDonald's fries used to be at the edge of Canada. And I'm not a huge poutine fan. The first time Sue and I had poutine was in a little truck stop restaurant in Regina, Canada. And we ordered fries, and the waitress said, "Would you like gravy with that?" Both of us looked at her like Americans.
We're like, with what?
With the fries? It's really good. So I can't wait to try this one, too. It didn't make my top 10, but I think we'll still end up trying it.
That one was on my honorable mention as well, and that is inspired by South Korea flavors, of course, with that Bosom pork again. and it includes French fries, cheese curds, Bosom pork, gochujang gravy, kimchi pickles, aioli, and sesame.
Yeah.
What is even happening there? Like, I can't even make my palate taste that.
I can't wait to make my palate taste that.
And I can't wait.
What about yours?
Also on my list was that hand roll from Japan. And then there's this is where I discovered that there's no impossible meat on the menu, where I realized it, because Forest and Field has a spicy black bean mushroom chili.
I saw that.
Amazing. It is, it's plant-based, and it has spicy black beans, mushrooms, sour cream, cheddar, and cornbread croutons. All of that is plant-based. And that's where I went, oh, that would normally have impossible beef in it.
Yeah.
And it does not. So I'm not a fan of the Impossible. I'm sorry if anyone's listening who's representing the brand, but just not my thing. Love that it exists for those who love it. But I love things that are naturally plant-based, like the black beans and the mushrooms. So this sounds delicious to me. Whether or not it will happen on a day in, Florida, I don't know. But the other part of my honorable mention is the taco de camarón, the rest of the Mexico menu, which again, never lets us down. This is a flour tortilla with crispy tempura shrimp, shredded cabbage, and chipotle aioli. Again, super simple, very delicious flavors, and Mexico never does it wrong.
Well, let's do a quick lightning round of things that we know we're going to be eating. These are not new, but these are things that we do suggest as like best of the fest, or have suggested over the years.
Including my favorite dish from any festival ever.
Which is
from the Greece menu. The griddled cheese with pistachios and honey.
It's so good.
It is a slab of cheese put on a griddle and then topped with honey and pistachios. Again, simple. Things that you wouldn't necessarily think to put together, or at least not in this country. And it is incredible. If you are a cheese fan at all, and again, Emile, we're coming for you on that fromage montage.
Oh, you betcha.
Oh, man. Cannot wait. But this tops my list every year. Rod, what's on yours?
So, the grilled beef skewer at Flavors of Fire near Creations. The red wine braised beef short rib at Earth Eats over by the Land. That one's not available until 10/2, just so you know. Roasted lamb chop at Australia. That's near Disney Traders. The potato pea samosas at India near China. This is also not available until 10/2. This one, don't let this one fool you. If you are not into veggie things, try this one.
So good. They do have a bit of a kick to them.
Oh, good. The Schinkennudeln at Germany. Oh my gosh. I know this is on your list as well, sis.
Oh, of course it is.
It's meat and potatoes, and it's just grilled meat and potatoes.
It's not potatoes, it's pasta.
That's right, pasta. I always get that wrong.
Yeah.
You'd think it is a potato, but no, it's a pasta. That's
right.
It
is. It's like a block of mac and cheese with ham and onions. It's better than it sounds, and it has no right to be this good.
And then, of course, cheddar and bacon soup and filet mignon, both on the Canada menu, and the Irish milkshake at Swirled Showcase, which is the old Starbucks over by where the Poutineery is now.
Yes. Also is the pumpkin mascarpone ravioli, which is one of my favorites. The butternut squash and ginger bisque, another one of my favorites. So you're sensing the theme here. And, of course, the Kahlua pork slider, which I guess they don't call that anymore. They call it the slow roasted pork slider from Hawaii.
My guess is Kahlua pork threw people. They didn't want their kids eating it if it was braised in alcohol, which it's not. It's just
not.
Style of how they cook the pork.
And it's amazing. And then, of course, the brioche aux épices avec une garniture mornée de trois fromages.
I left that one to you.
Which is some kind of bread stuffed with some kind of cheese, which we always get from France, and it never disappoints us. Oh, the pão de queijo. Speaking of bread and cheese, this is a gluten-free item. If you are gluten sensitive, this is a great one from Brazil. And it is delicious. I believe it's made with tapioca.
Tapioca! Tapioca!
But that is always a really, really good snack. Super shareable. They're just little balls of dough that have cheese in it. And I just have to give a quick nod to the Joffrey's carts this year. They always do something different. This year they're all affogatos. So they're going to be very, very creamy, and you're going to have like ice cream flavor in the coffee is what I'm getting from this. Excited about it. But the one that I'm most excited about is the one near the UK pavilion, which is going to be The avocado flavored cold brew with almond syrup and oat milk, topped with whipped cream and toffee nut sauce.
Wow, that sounds good.
I know. There's also one, I can't remember, I think it was the U.S. or the America Pavilion Joffrey's Cart that has marshmallow syrup and is topped with graham cracker crumbs. So also super yummy.
I may have to try that one as well then.
Speaking of the America booth, there's also the funnel cake cart is going to be pumpkin spice. I'm not a huge funnel cake fan, and I know that I can get my friend Stephanie to try this with me because she will also eat anything that is pumpkin. So I'm so excited because Rod is not a pumpkin fan, but Stephanie is. So excited for this year. Did we miss anything? I think we covered literally everything.
I think that's everything on our list. But folks, let us know. What else do you have on your list? There's so much good stuff at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. This festival started back in 1996 with only 25 booths. Now there's, I think, still 25 booths, but they're so varied now. It's incredible. That first one ran 30 days. This one's running all the way from August through November. So big changes and big things are afoot this year for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival.
Let us know if you're going. Let us know what tops your list. What can you not wait to try? And if you can't make it this year, let us know what we need to try for you.
Before we go, we always have to thank the Phoenicians. Thank you, Phoenicians.
Thank you, Phoenicians. And don't forget to rate, review, like, share, and subscribe. It really does help other people find us. You can find us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Epcotian Adventure is a $1,000 brunch production and a proud gold member of D23. Thanks for joining us today for episode 164 of the Epcotian Adventure. I'm Rod.
And I'm Sue.
And we'll see you at the festival.
Bye.
Thank the Phoenicians.
I know that a few folks have already been there to kind of see the samples that exist.
No.